Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Adventure 2. I'm your host VGMKoren, and in the last one we went through the desert set of levels. We found Eggman's secret base's entrance as Tails, we ran through the base as Sonic, and then found keys as Knuckles, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because wouldn't you have needed keys to get into the base in the first place? But no matter, because we're looking for a spaceship, but Knuckles found a giant ghost who looks like a reject from Nintendo's games and is in fact called King Boom Boo, and he was defeated summarily before Eggman showed up, somehow getting down from his space station and being back on the planet again, and showed us his Egg Golem. Saying the plot out loud like that is just amazing. It makes me realize just how absurd this is. On the bright side, since the Egg Golem is actually Sonic's boss, we have someone else doing the recap for once, so no prepubescent voice wailings for you. Yet.
I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. Thanks to Knuckles, we were able to unlock the door to Eggman's secret base. Out of nowhere, Eggman appeared, and a huge statue came alive. That evil egghead, how did he know we were coming? Do you really think that piece of rock can stop us?
As you can see, Sonic takes the more punk side of narrating. I do appreciate that every character kind of has their own narrative style, even if it's special. Anyways, this is the Egg Golem. It's, what do I say about the Egg Golem? It is basically just a homing attack test. Essentially, you want to run behind it and slam your hand on my desk, and then you will be able to get on his gigantic platforms as they come out. Of course, if you're terrible like I am, you'll completely miss getting on, and then you won't have much of an opportunity. So, there. They will go back in as he, I don't know. He has gigantic plates just erecting out of his back. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say about that could possibly be interesting? At any rate, the floor actually goes down with every punch, so this attack that he's doing right now becomes less lethal every time. And after he performs it, you can also jump back behind him and do your homing attack up. Now, if you actually have to jump to those smaller platforms, this would be a lot easier, but you don't. Anyways, as he gets closer and closer to death, he will just get mad and start bashing his face in, which actually makes the boss fight a little bit easier. If you do manage to fall, by the way, there are tons of ring containers, so you should not lose this fight. This fight is extraordinarily easy, and we're actually already done with it, so let's go have the best cutscene in a Sonic game that there's ever been. I am excited for this next cutscene. And by excited, I mean I'm going to probably try and muffle my laughter.
Green light for launch. Primary engine ignition on. Beginning liftoff countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shuttle liftoff.
So this is the space colony where Eggman is hiding. What the?
Is everyone alright? We should be landing soon.
The hatch doors are open. Don't sweat it, Knuckles. The only thing in the cargo bay are those Master Emeralds.
Don't sweat it.
Right?
Land the shuttle and let
Knuckles.
me out.
We're gonna crash this thing if you keep that up. Oh no! Don't touch that lever!
Oh, I almost made it.
What's up with that knucklehead anyway? Trying to take over the shuttle. I thought we were toast for sure. Huh? Where did he go now?
Looks like he bailed.
This place looks deserted, dusty too.
This place was shut down about 50 years ago because of a terrible accident. The first Bernoulli spherical space colony, called ARC. When it was operational, it was the most advanced research center of its kind. But looking at it now...
Now it's an abandoned ark, wouldn't you say?
Oh, see
Not
what
much
she did
time
there.
left before Eggman fires that weapon again. We've got to hurry. Let's find the cannon and destroy it.
Yeah! Someone designed that weapon to be impenetrable from outside attacks. Its defense shields are super strong, so we have to find a way to destroy it from
Isn't
inside.
that a Chaos Emerald?
It looks like it, doesn't it? But in fact, it's a fake one I created after researching the real emerald. It has the same wavelength and properties, but it's less powerful than the real one. It's designed to reverse the energy field inside the Chaos Emeralds and blow up. It looks so real, even a machine can't tell the difference. I'll find the power supply and destroy it. Sonic, you find the control room, okay?
So the plan is, we'll switch the Chaos Emeralds when the machine is stopped, right?
I hate you! You guys always leave me behind and have all the fun!
I think my favorite part of that entire cutscene is just Amy's smiling face staring at the fake Chaos Emerald and her smile just getting wider and wider and wider. So here we have an Tail stage, but I want to talk about that cutscene a little more because apparently the pyramids were just a front for space stations. Of course, there was actually, in fact, a space shuttle in there, a classic space shuttle, which is strange, but you don't know, it's not okay. It's really not okay, but there's nothing I can do about it. And of course, the space shuttle hit an asteroid and Knuckles lost the emeralds and he further crashed the spaceship, but it's okay because apparently they landed and apparently Tails made a fake Chaos Emerald at some point and apparently everything's gonna be just fine because I don't know, this game is hilarious. Explosives are very bad. Now this door is actually locked. You actually have to do something else. Yes, that is actually pretty much the trick of this level. Do not blow up these boxes. You will fall out into the universe. There we go. Now that door is going to be unlocked, and that puzzle actually in particular always killed me because I like shooting non-stop, and as you can see, if you do that here, you kind of run the risk of getting yourself blown up a lot. So be very careful in how you decide to actually progress here. I think, yeah, this is actually one of the cooler segments of the game where you are trying to fall onto platforms from very far away. It's not usual actually for the game. It is one of the few good set pieces, and speaking of set pieces, now that we're in space, the level design actually makes a bit of sense. Not that the space colony, you know, being set up as a research facility and then being completely abandoned for 50 years makes any sense, but I can only explain away so many things. And that's my excuse, and I'm sticking, ow, to it. Alright then. Oh, I'm sure there's going to be a switch here that will make that go back up, and then you have to stand on top of it. Yay, Tails puzzles. I think, if I'm actually not mistaken, this is the last Tails stage in the game. I know we've played as in like 4 times, but that's actually it. Now, the enemy you just saw there is actually a reference to Sonic Adventure 1. This is a Chaos clone, which is kind of weird. At least it looks like that to me. It may not be, but it looks a lot like Chaos from Sonic Adventure 1. Someone who's played Sonic Adventure 1 more recently than I have, tell me if that looks exactly like Chaos or not, because I need to know. There's a gigantic balloon here and I want it. Of course, balloons have health kits in them, because why wouldn't a balloon have a health kit in it? I mean, really, that just seems like a logical place to put something like that. I don't want this. Well, it turned out. I actually do like this level, though, if only because it actually has good and a little bit more challenging platforming. You actually have to be careful with your charge shots. It's not terrible, which is more than I can say for most Tails stages. But, you know, it's fine. Now, the downside to us playing the last Tails stage is I think that the next Knuckles stage is actually going to take place right after it. I think the last... I think that's Knuckles' last stage as well, actually, but we'll get there in just a second if I keep going like this. Open that, and we get the bazooka! Vulcan Cannon power-up. You can now break iron containers that you couldn't break before. Hooray! And as you can see, we now shoot slightly bigger missiles, which have slightly... you can hear it a little bit better, actually. Anyways, that is the bazooka. What? Oh, I think I need to jump down this way. Yes, yes, I do. I was confused there for a second. Let's get some rings. Land on this switch, and as you can see, we need the bazooka to carry on. This would actually open up a couple of places in earlier levels, but I may or may not, oh god, show that off depending. As I mentioned, after I finish Hero Side Story, I will show off the level select and some of the other optional features of the game before going into the Dark Side Story, but we'll get there when we get there. Because right now, I'm apparently just going to try and blow myself and the space station up. Speaking of Amy and space stations, it's actually kind of surprising that... What's going on? Oh, I forgot about this. You're actually in zero gravity for this part, so they just kind of have Tails' model go insane. I don't know what to say about this at all. But that's okay. I hate those enemies because they're just waiting for you. I think going down is a fun level design as long as you are nice about it. Alright, so clearly I should be doing a little bit more of a controlled dive than what I'm doing, and that way I don't blow myself up. Basically, if you want a score hunt, this is a great part of the level just to take it slowly as you can. That was Sonic saying he had found... Oh, Tails found the power supply. Wow, it's actually really hard to hear in level talking. I'm not entirely sure, but I think all you really need to do here is, yeah, keep firing until the power core opens up and you reach the goal. So that's actually a pretty long Tails stage, 6 minutes, and
That was easy.
Not bad. Could have gone better. Could have gone a lot worse, actually. And might have in a secret previous recording you know nothing about. Time for more cutscenes. That took an hour?
Now put that emerald...
Tails, tell Sonic to meet you back at the research facility.
Sonic! Amy is...
I didn't get that, Tails. What happened to Amy? Tails!
And that's the end of that cutscene in the middle of Sonic's line. And now we're going back in time to 1 hour and 26 minutes to go to find Meteor Herd, the last Knuckles stage. Ah, time to get really angry. Hi!
Feels good floating. That jumping higher would be a breeze here.
Yes, in Zero G, you can jump super kind of maybe high. And that, of course, means that because this level is another vertical level, that finding the emeralds is, what's a polite way to phrase this? A bitch. That is what finding the emeralds in this level is. It's not the worst stage to find emeralds in, but we will get back to that later. And yes, there is someone rapping in the background. It's just mercifully quiet. Just... See, you can kind of hear it. It's very breathy, wispy rapping. Oh god. This game is absolutely phenomenal in just how absurd it is. And I still haven't caught even a whiff of the first emerald that I need to find, so that might be bad. But it's entirely possible that I will find it at some point in the near future, maybe. Unfortunately, Knuckles controls always just have been really difficult for me to use. So, let's go ahead and... I don't think that the emerald is going to be up here at all. This is actually... There are like 3 or 4 emerald spawns up here. Oh, hey, it is! You just have to get really, really high up to actually be able to find them. Alright, I'm glad that I went up because otherwise I would have been searching the ground for forever and ever. And ever. There it is. I am blind as a bat. Hello. Hello. There we go. And with that, we are done with that area, maybe. I really do, however, have to say that I like how vertical this level is. It's absurd. This is hugely vertical. This is more vertical than most Mario levels get. Yeah, I said it. It doesn't make it good, but it makes it impressive, right? Unfortunately, due to the nature of the emeralds, the best thing you can do after every single emerald is to just fly back down and climb up again after running around the entire area, because there are a couple of emerald spawns on the ground. Because screw you, that's why. Because everyone hates you. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to start hitting some hint boxes, because I've already been 3 minutes on this stage and I found one emerald shard. So as soon as I can find some hint boxes, I will go ahead and do that. There's one right there. Let's see if this helps even a slight bit. A guns machine is protecting the arc. Okay, so that suggests that it might be higher to me. Maybe. I mean, that's what I would guess. I'm going to go actually hit a second hint box, because why wouldn't I? What do you have to say? A high place. Okay, so we need to go back up. Unfortunately, this does happen. Occasionally, you will get to the top, you will not see anything, and you'll drop back down, and you won't see anything, and then you'll have to climb back up. It's kind of the just horror of this stage. But it'll be fine. Maybe. Maybe. And if it's not, then maybe, who knows, I could just play this level at twice the speed. And, you know, speed it up for you guys. I mean, I'm not going to do that, but I could if I was a better person. Alright, let's go ahead and hit this switch, which makes this drop, which takes us up, which you'd think that I would... You'd think I would get... Also, how do I kill these guys? I think you jump on their head, or maybe you uppercut them? Yeah, you uppercut them. Which is not exactly the easiest thing to do, since it's actually the third hit in a combo, but, you know, it'll be fine. And let's see, the upper area of this level is, of course, just continually massive. That seal is floating. Hey! There's a rocket. Does this rocket actually go higher than I was before? Of course it does! Holy crap, this level is huge. I always just forget how huge it is. Okay, though, but I have a feeling, and it might be more than a feeling, that this might actually be our second and last stage today, because I still have not gotten a whiff of that second Chaos Emerald. I found that thing. That looks like a shrine of some sort. Oh, I think that those actually are a power-up of Knuckles, but we'll talk about that maybe later. And by maybe later, I mean probably never. Okay, come on now. Where is this blasted emerald? I'm sorry. Let me get my Shadow the Hedgehog going. Where's this damn Chaos Emerald? There we go. That reference isn't like 12 years old by this point. Oh god, I'm old. Destroy guns machine at the tip of the arc. Okay. Where? Where is that? Where is the tip of the arc? I mean... Wait! It's right here. Oh, no. Oh, that would have been awful. Okay, so now we have a second Chaos Emerald, I'm sorry, Master Emerald Shard. And now we just need one more, which is right there! Oh my god! It's amazing. Thank goodness. Oh my god. Thankfully, that was the last Knuckles stage, so I will never play as Knuckles again, except for, well, I'm going to, but...
That was tough.
Yeah, D-Rank sounds about right. But we'll get to that when we get to that. With that, let's see, I'm sure there's going to be a cutscene coming up, because why wouldn't there be? Oh wow, that's some jiggle physics right there.
Long time no see, treasure hunter. Did you find my emerald?
That's a good one. Your emerald. Talking to you is a waste of time.
Very well. If that's how you want to play, I will take it from you.
Lip sync is too hard. Anyways, this is Rouge. But if you want to see Knuckles just wail on a girl and punch her again and again and again, then you'll have to join me in the next one where that becomes a thing, where we punch Rouge the Bat, another, founding member. Let's actually not talk about that. I'm just going to leave that train of thought alone and say I hope to see you in the next one.